Rings of Power, Season 1, Episode 6, Things Explode. We're going to jump into it. Spoilers up ahead, just in case. Welcome back to AsArt. My name is Nick, and today we're talking about the Rings of Power. We've been covering the show here with some friends. I'm here alone today, but it's been a ride, to say the least. And this has to be one of my favorite, or of the series, it has to be one of my more likable episodes because there's no Heartfoots. That storyline's just really boring me and stuff. I was a little bummed we didn't get Elrond and Durin in this story, but it's okay. Because there was a battle, and we're gonna talk about it here now. Before I even jump into anything, I have to say, love the VFX of the volcano just exploding, all the particle effects. It looked really beautiful and clean. The only gripe I have to say about all the VFX still in this series is it's a little too clean for me. I'm getting a lot of video game vibes out of it, but it's fine. That's the style they want to go for. It's super beautiful, like in 4K, exploding volcano. I mean, it looked amazing. It's so cool because you can tell they're really proud of their VFX, because a lot of their VFX take place during daylight and broad daylight and stuff, so they don't really have to hide anything in it. It goes to show the money put behind this for the VFX is being used. Other than that, I always have a little bit of issues with the show, and the timing is still throwing me off. I just don't get once Galadriel and the Númenórean land, how they get there so quickly to the battle. And I know there's probably a lot of time space happening between all this, but because they connected us all with the Meteor Man coming into space at that one point in time, I just figured all the timelines were the same from there. And I don't know if they're not explaining to us if it's not, but it's amazing how quick they can sail, land on the shore, and ride all the way to Mordor, basically, within one episode. Where even in Lord of the Rings, when Gandalf's on Shadowfax, the Lord of all horses, it takes him like a 3-day ride to get to Minas Tirith from Rohan or whatever. So it's just like they're not even like really explaining the passing of time, which is kind of bugging me. And yeah, anyways, then we have a battle, which is not a battle, it's a trap, and then he escapes to go back to the town. I just don't know how that makes sense. Like, I don't know how a town's more fortified than a fortress where there's only one bridge they can come to, but I'm not the writer of this, so I don't know what's going on there, the planning with that. Like, oh yes, it's like when Pippin's like, being closer to danger, and the trooper's like, that doesn't make sense to me, but your hobbits are small, let's go. It's just like one of those things where it's just like Pippin would think of this idea kind of thing. Like, let's go back to the flammable houses. Oh man. But I thought it was funny how they kind of did Helm's Deep with the horses arriving, that the army of the horses arriving to save the day kind of thing, when all else seems bleak, you know what I mean? Like everything's about to collapse and then the horses come in to save the day. It's very Helm's Deepish, but I mean, it was kind of cool, the battle scene. It wasn't like crazy epic or anything like that. I don't know if it's just the way it's shot or filmed and stuff, but I mean, it was okay. I mean, it was nice to see a fight sequence, and I still think Halbrand Sauron. I know, but this episode just really there's just even more just little nuggets that just, yes, he's definitely Sauron. Like he doesn't ever answer when people ask who he is or do I know you. It's just like, okay, he has to be who I think he is, which is Sauron. And like this, if they go the route where it felt like there was like a love tension happening, maybe it was just me, but like a love story was happening between Galadriel and Halbrand, which I wasn't really behind. And I'm not really behind this, like, redemption arc for Sauron and even for the orcs. Cause like in my mind, in Lord of the Rings, Sauron and orcs are just evil. Like there's no good, and like that's how the books were originally written. Just like Morgoth was that way too. He was just evil, 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 and it's just like be able to give him a gray space or where he's coming from. I don't know if that's gonna work for me in the long run. If he is Sauron, he might not be Sauron. Sauron might be with the elves right now, deceiving them. Who knows? Maybe he told them the lie to the dwarves about the way Mithra was created. Oh my gosh. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm not digging the orcs being like gray, and also not digging how he's more respectable than Galadriel. Galadriel's character, I'm not behind. I don't know if it's the lines they're giving her. I don't think it's her fault as an actress. I think it's obviously the lines they're having her say and what they're having her do, but it's just she's mean, man. And I don't think that's the Galadriel I know. And I get it, like she may be developing a character, but she's like 1,000 years old at this point. She should have wisdom, at least some wisdom, or and it's just like, I don't know. There's so many things wrong with her character. Like, I make a vow to all the orcs and I'll torture them all in sunlight and burn them and make you watch. It was just like, what? That doesn't. I'm just not a fan, obviously, as you can tell. I think it helped the episode by not having as much dialogue than other episodes. I just feel like the dialogue is never there for me. I don't know. But then we have to talk about the key. Okay. So this sword hilt thing that was created to create orcs, I thought, or whatever they were explaining to us in the last episode, is actually a key. I can't get behind this because it's just like, so this was made a long time ago as a device to lower the dam. This doesn't make sense. It's fine that water hit the volcano and exploded. Like, cool, that's the way it started. Even though I just thought because it was like corrupted by evil, you know what I mean? Like, that's why the volcano became the way it is. It's always eruption because of like the evil behind the volcano, not like it started from water and just kept gushing. But it's okay. I'm not gonna go there. But I'm not a fan of the key to I don't know if that's even like a Lord of the Rings thing, like a key to activate something, to move something like that. I don't know if that fits into the Lord of the Rings world or realm. I get like elvish words to open up doors and stuff like that, but I'm just not behind the key to lower a dam. I don't know. It just does not make sense to me. I do not know. And then there was a couple things with horses in this episode, which I thought was very interesting. So Galadriel's writing, she says the same thing that is said in the other chase sequence, the elvish word to get the horse to run faster. It's like, oh, cool. But then, Halbrand comes and like hits the horse somewhere where it wouldn't break its legs to fall over at that speed. But it's nice the horse, they gave us a chance to see the horse get up, but I just don't know if that was even necessary. Like, it's anyway. Anyways, and then the other thing with the horse is we see the dam break or whatever, right? Or no, the dam's lowered by the key to activate it, and then Isildur and his dad are like having this moment, and then the horse is like freaking out, right? And I'm like, oh, he must feel the water or something, right? He knows it, and he's like, no, he's connected to your feelings. So I was like, what? Why would you just have it be like the horse senses like the dam of water coming or something? Like, I don't know. I'm just I don't know. I'm done. It was entertaining to watch the episode. They're just things that like make me chuckle. There's even things in like the original Lord of the Rings that will make me chuckle. Like when they leave Helm's Deep and they're like, ride with me or whatever. And they're like, they're going down the staircase or whatever. And there's guys in the back swinging, hitting nothing. I know it's like a VFX thing. It's funny. I love Lord of the Rings still. It's still my favorite trilogy, but I also love to make fun of it with all the mistakes. There's roto mistakes where the Witch King's hand goes in front of the saddle when he's on the dragon. There's tons of mistakes in every movie. And I don't mean to just criticize it for that, but I just feel like the writing's not there. I don't feel like this is a Lord of the Rings series. I feel like it could have been any other kind of fantasy series. It just doesn't have the heart and soul of Lord of the Rings. But on that note, subscribe to stay updated. Let me know down below what you thought of the episode. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, your favorite part, your worst part. My favorite part was there's no Heartfoots. Yeah, it's always a win for me. Go to AsArt.space for audio and video links. Check it out. We make cool shirts and stuff. We got a Lord of the Rings shirt. This is a Raised by Wolves shirt. #save Raised by Wolves. Would love to have you back on HBO Max or any streaming platform so we can see Ridley Scott's final part of that that storyline. And then we'll see you on the next AsArt.